Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. I got a day off work, so I thought, let's do a whole episode in one day. I plan to watch some trilogies, so let's start with the John Wick trilogy. So, I got a couple marathons left. They both involve 4 movies each, so I'll probably do those as the next 2 episodes. And then after that is just trilogies, and one that involves 2 movies, and also a Christmas special and movie collection at the end. That's what I'm planning. So, I'm not going to tell you exactly what the episodes are, but you will know, but there are some big ones coming, and one is Lord of the Rings. I'm doing one more episode on that because I haven't seen those on this big TV yet, so I think that would be great to watch the extended editions on this television. That'd be a great experience. Anyway, let's start with John Wick. I have got the first 2 John Wick movies right here in 4K. Got the 3rd one as well. I'll show you later. But yeah, let's get started. These are some of the best action movies of the last few years, so I cannot wait to watch this because it's so damn good. Keanu Reeves is such a legend, man. Such a legend. A lot of us love him, you know. They really cast this character perfectly. He's such a good John Wick. Also, like, I feel like these movies, I love all 3 of them, but I feel like plot-wise, it gets weaker as it goes along, but action-wise, it gets better as it goes along. But they're all great. They're all great. I just feel like the first one, in terms of, like, plot, it's just perfect as it is. The sequels are still good. They're just not as good as the first one. But fighting wise, action wise, stunts wise, they up the level every single time, and it's just so bloody good. They somehow managed to find new, crazier and creative ways of fighting. You know, what they fight with, how they fight. Every movie they up the level and it just gets crazier and crazier. I remember a time, actually, I'll save it for John Wick 3, but my granddad freaked out at John Wick 3 in a good way, because he was just like, I've never seen action like this before, and he loves action movies. They really found so many creative ways to make these fight scenes, especially in the 3rd one, and it's just brilliant. It really is. It's just great fast-paced action and a revenge story, you know? And it's crazy. All of it was over a dog, pretty much. I know it goes deeper than that, but when you think about it, all of it was because a foolish gangster decided to kill his dog. All that death could have been avoided if his dog just wasn't killed. I missed quite a big detail, you know, because the dog actually, like, it died away from him, but he actually walked to him and died next to him. Like, you don't see it walking, but the next scene after it gets knocked out, you see a blood trail, and then there's the dog. Damn. Damn. It was a gift from his dying wife. And they stole his car as well. That foolish Theon Greyjoy, he played that gangster. You caused all this, caused so many problems in Game of Thrones, and then you bloody caused the John Wick. To be fair, it's a great trilogy of movies you've created, but you're still an idiot. Still an idiot. Just seen him get hit by a car for the first time in this franchise, and I just remembered, John Wick gets hit by a car quite a lot. Quite a lot. It's like his thing. And he gets up way too easily, considering he got hit by a car. These are how the covers look, by the way. Elite. You know, when you really think about it, these movies are John Wick out of retirement. He's way past his prime. He's out of retirement. He's, what, nearing 50. That's in real life, but I mean, like, also, I think in the movies as well, he's also, like, at a high age, right? And he still kicks ass, he still kills people so brutally. A lot of people at the same time, you know. So if this is him out of retirement, what was he like in his prime? John Wick in his prime must have been terrifying. Just the thought of that is scary. John Wick in his prime. It's a fictional character and it's still scary. Because he's scary in the movies, but he's past his prime. He's out of retirement. So him in his best years? John Wick killing people with a pencil is what I'm here to see. And that is what I saw in John Wick 2. I love the dog in this movie, even though it does nothing. That's kind of why I like it, because it's just happy to be there. It follows him round when it's with him. When it's not with him, it's just chilling. Alright, it is time for John Wick 3 Parabellum. This had the craziest action and epic like the first 2, although I didn't like the ending that much, to be honest. I feel like the ending could have been better. It was underwhelming. I know they were setting up a sequel again, but if John Wick 4 is worth it, then I'll like the ending better. if John Wick 4 is not worth it, then I feel like it takes away from the ending of this movie. So hopefully they pull off John Wick 4 well, because otherwise, as it stands, John Wick 3's ending is rather disappointing. Apart from that though, great movie, and the action is absolutely insane and so entertaining to watch, and funny as well at the same time. So it's brutal but funny. I also like how it directly continues from John Wick 2, literally the same day. It's literally like, from that day on, John Wick 3 begins, which is awesome. As I watch this movie, I think this is a good time to show you my granddad's reaction out of the cinema back in 2019.
I have never seen...
He has never seen a fight.
I have seen Bond's film, a lot of Bond's film.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of James Bond. He's seen most of them.
This one...
He's seen nothing like this.
Terrible.
Terrible in it. He means like...
Sometimes it makes us laugh.
Yeah.
The way he shoots.
Yeah.
And bang!
I think he enjoys it.
Yeah, very much enjoy.
When he says terrible, he means like crazy. Like crazy action. Like the action in this was crazy.
Very
like it was very different. Like
100% better than James Bond.
Better than James Bond.
The way they fight.
All of them.
Boxing, karate, they fight each other. Gunfight, terrible now.
He's talking about all the different types of fights in this. There's martial arts, there's gunfighting, there's blades.
Several Bond films. Yeah. This is terrible now.
He has seen several James Bond movies.
Laugh. In some instances, it makes us laugh.
Yeah. Yes.
He shoots.
Yeah, in some scenes it's so brutal that it's funny. It's funny how brutal it is. This is the most brutal one of the trilogy for sure. The action is the craziest. It's actually like mental. They somehow find new ways to fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it seemed very different to previous types of fighting moves we've seen before.
This one is terrible now.
Yeah, he loved it.
Sometimes the way he shoots and bang, the head mouth and stomach and everything, it's terrible.
This is the most excited I've seen him after a movie. Definitely. Yeah. Like by far. The only other times I've seen him this excited was probably Godzilla and Planet of the Apes, the Dawn one. And wait, don't cross yet.
This one exceeds everything.
Yeah. And Fast and Furious as well, he goes crazy for that. Yeah. So where were you going? Did you go to the toilet?
Yeah, I went to the toilet again.
Okay, so wait, during the movie, he was going to the toilet and I'm like, yeah, okay,
I was not finding the way, so I came back.
Yeah, he didn't go to the toilet in the end. Basically, he went to the fire exit next to the screen. There's an exit where we come through, which is where he went to go, but he went all the way to the front next to the screen. I was like, what are you doing, Granddad? Then he walked all the way around and back towards the toilet, then came back like 2 seconds later.
Because it was about the great fighting going to start. That's why I came
as soon as he left, the fighting's gonna start. So he was like, no, I'm coming back in. Also, basically in the cinema, right, there's the main seats, there's a gap which you can walk through, and there's the seats at the front, like the front four rows. So he went past the gap, past those rows towards the screen, because there's a fire exit next to it. That's the fire exit, not the main exit. Then he walked around across the screen, back towards outside the screen to go to the toilets. He never went though because the action started. He came back, but instead of turning right, you see when you come in, you turn right to the gap, then you go upstairs, right? He didn't do that. He went back forward towards the screen, went back round, then came back up. He took the long way. Did you get lost? I was wondering, like, he didn't block the screen or anything, but show off. He didn't block the screen, but you could see him walking across. It was so, I was trying not to laugh. Out of 10, what do you think?
I can put 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Involving dogs as well, horses. The dogs were brutal as well. It was actually madness.
Dogs? How dogs is fighting the beef? How? They're using a dog now.
That's not a spoiler.
Dogs and horses.
Yeah, that's not a spoiler, by the way. Those are in the trailers of dogs fighting. The dog fights in this are pretty crazy as well. Is this your favorite action movie?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's the best one I have seen.
His best one he's seen, okay.
Yeah, from Russia with Love.
From Russia with Love. He's named James Bond movies. He's been watching those for years, before I was born. He got me into them as well.
This one of the way they fought horses, they use dogs.
Yep.
See how they...
He always asks me, like, how do they film this? And I'm like, CGI. Doesn't know what that is though, but you know, it's just so amazing to him. He's like, how do the dogs do it? I'm pretty sure they're trained.
Like, they train the dogs.
I think dogs can be trained to a lot of things, because I'm pretty sure like even in the army they have some dogs sometimes.
No.
In some armies.
Dog can't act.
A dog can't act. Yeah, okay, fair enough. A dog can't act. He's trying to ask me how they put dogs in movies, like how they get them to train them to do exactly what they want, and I can't really answer that. I'm not a dog expert, so I have no idea.
No, 2019 was probably my favourite year ever for movies. When you consider what came out in terms of what I liked, a lot of movies that I liked came out that year in cinemas. It was packed. You know, there were good movies every single month, and I absolutely loved it. Just to name a few of them: John Wick 3, of course, Avengers Endgame, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Shazam, The Gentleman, Joker, Ford v Ferrari, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, Knives Out, Detective Pikachu, Fight My Family, Toy Story 4. That's just to name some of them. There are other movies that year that I liked as well, and a lot of big movies came out that year as well. For me, 2019 was the best year for movies. At least my personal favourite year anyway. Damn, 2020, COVID just had to hit. What I don't understand is, how does John Wick survive that fall at the end? He fell off, he took some gunshots, but I think he had a bulletproof suit anyway, but he fell off a building, he hit multiple things on the way down, hit his head at least once on one of the metal, and then he hit the ground after falling off a high building, off the roof. How does he survive that? I do believe a human can survive a fall from that height, but he wouldn't be walking. He'd be very badly injured if he did survive, he or she. But he didn't just fall down, he hit things on the way down. It's like, does he have superpowers? And it ends where John gets taken to Lawrence Fishburne's character, who I've already forgotten the name of, and they talk about being pissed at what happens, and they want to go after the table and everyone else, etc. You know, it's a good setup to a fourth movie, but also left me wanting more, even though it gave plenty. I feel like they could have ended it at a different place, or just in a better way. But if the fourth one is good, the ending of this feels a lot better. If this fourth one is not good, then it's the other way around, but we shall see. But yeah, apart from the ending of number 3, I thoroughly enjoy all 3 of the movies, you know, especially for the action. But once again, started over a dog. Started over the death of a dog. Yep. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like. Oh yeah, actually, I haven't judged the 4K at all. The 4K is good, but it's honestly not that much better than the regular Blu-ray. Like, it looks good, looks nice, it's clean. It's just not that much better than regular Blu-ray. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see you. Actually, after credit scene from me asking you a question. Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne have been acting together in John Wick 2, John Wick 3, and they will both be in John Wick 4, as John Wick 3 set up. So I'm wondering, how come the new Matrix movie doesn't have Lawrence Fishburne in it? Like, what's going on there? They're starring together in the John Wick franchise, but for the Matrix, Lawrence Fishburne is not there. I'm very confused by that. Very, like, why can't he be in that one as well? You know what? Let's end the video.